Okay, 3. That's all right. Wow, and it looks like, oh yeah.
Fourth one's at the bathroom.
Oh, well, we'll be back for him. It looks like someone is enjoying their hymn and being separate immensely. Yes, it does. Okay.
I invite you to join with me in our communion liturgy as it is printed on our insert.
Mrs. Schumann's class, she works with the toddlers. Let's see what they're doing today.
Doing. Hi, do all of you live in Nashua? Here we go. Lots of room in here to play around. Yes.
Bye.
Good job, Tyler. Hey, where does that one go?
There.
Oh, right there. Does it go there?
I see a puppet getting ready for a little action here.
All right.
There you go.
Good job.
Here we are. Wow.
Can I see Tyler? I don't know that that one goes there. I think it goes.
So, let's take a peek at what Mrs. Monroe and her 4-year-olds are doing at their Sunday school class today.
Sign your name.
I can't figure what's next after.
Okay, I'll be right over with you in just a minute.
I'm writing it on the bottom.
On the bottom, too? Wow.
No.
I love you, Mom. Okay, just what did you do wrong? Oh, well, that's fine. That's the way you did it. That's fine. Okay, do you want to write your name right down there? Can you do that?
Let's look at what Mr. and Mrs. Becker are doing with their 3-year-olds today.
Get really clean. There you go. Good job. All right. Very good.
Why are we doing this, Stafford?
Why are we doing this?
Why are we
Because
cleaning the table?
friends of Jesus are helpers. That's why, right? And we're friends of Jesus too. So we're helpers at our church. Yeah.
What do you think, guys? Is it done?
No.
No?
Not done yet? Oh,
Sure.
there's some right over there in the corner.
You get
Right
that
over
up?
there in the corner? All right.
So right here in the corner.
Doing a great job there.
Did you get all that
That's
Play-Doh cleaned off the table?
I got some green stuff.
Good. Good for you.
And this time we're going to see what Mrs. Tagliaferro is up to with the 5-year-olds. Like she wants to get it. Looks like Claudia the cat wants to get in the movie.
Sarah, do you want, Sarah, you and Claudia listen for a minute, okay? Do you want to have me help you take this and put it on another paper so that the seeds will fit inside it? Okay, now, would you like to put that on top of the yellow? And we can glue that one. And see how Vanessa's, I didn't show you in time. See how hers stays together? So do you want to take your flower and glue this on, and then on this card, and then you can put the tea bag and the little seeds inside it?
Yeah.
Okay, how about that? Here's some glue. We haven't gotten to our lesson yet. We're going to do that in a minute. But we were talking about how God plans for families and how honor our father and our mother, right? Boys and girls.
Isn't that nice?
Very small
Yes.
class today. We've been having smaller numbers. I don't know if
Claudia's trying to jump. Let's look at what Mr. and Mrs. Kyle are doing with their 1st grade class today.
Coder.
And in grade.
How's everybody doing? You getting it? There's Amanda. Come on in, Amanda. Your name is taking a picture. Movie. Oh, yeah. You getting it?
Are you coming in and getting it?
You getting it? All right.
Yeah, you're getting it too. How are you doing over here?
thank you very much for your time, kids. Very, very nice. Thank you. Good to see you.
However, they're not in because they're doing liturgy at church, so.
Well, let's take a look at their room nonetheless. Okay. They are in the church vestry. Normally they're in here today, but this is their area. And as you can see, there's a lot for them to do here. So I'm sure they're always busy, and we're happy to have them here, and we hope to get a shot of them another time.
Hello, let's look at what Mrs. Sarah Nuda's class is doing today in 6th grade.
Stephen was scared, but he was not sorry. The faces of the people were hard, full of hatred and anger.
I'm not sorry for telling you about Jesus. What will happen to me? Hurry up, it's time for you in court.
Stephen looked around at all the people. He had done nothing wrong. How could they prove him guilty of anything? Then he remembered how they had tried Jesus. Would they do the same to him?
This man has said bad things about God and the law. He even says that Jesus will tear down the temple and will change the ways we worship God since the time of Moses.
We don't want him here. He causes too much trouble.
Stephen felt hatred. He remembered what Jesus had said. Jesus had warned the people that
We're learning about working together, and they work together and getting some work solved. And we're working some puzzles on the name of the apostles who decided those were going to do the work together.
That's great. See, we have lots of crayons.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And Mother's Day party.
Oh. They seem very intent on solving the puzzle.
Oh, they love puzzles.
That's great. Are there usually a few more kids in this class?
Yes, we usually have 8 to 12 kids.
8 to 12, okay. Plenty.
Hello, this is the 3rd and 4th grade. Mrs. Labrum and Mrs. Stafford are teaching it today. Let's look at what they're doing. Oh, wait, no.
that's the other team.
I don't remember that in here. Let's go, girl. Circle is too big.
Yeah, you can make your circle small. I found that if you use a smaller circle, it works better.
Look at my guy. I'm gonna put it
Mrs. Labrum is not in today, but she'll return at a later date.
Instead of finding fish, he finds a shell. Oh gosh. Hi, this is the 5th grade. Mr. George is teaching it. Let's look at what they're doing today.
Where was he born?
In Philadelphia would be the answer.
Yeah.
So
And that would be the first clue. Or that would be the clue for number 1.
Get me to a pencil.
Did you get it?
No, this is that.
Okay, and then do number 2, which is Stokely. You'll have to find where it is in the story and think of a clue. Who's got a clue for Stokely?
Well, I hope someone finds the answer. Thank you very much.
Well, yes, Mom.
A farmer in
And now the nursery class with Mrs. Harvey. How you doing? Hello, you're going to be a part of our movie here. You having fun today? Yes, you are. Oh, there we go. This looks like lots of fun.
I'm going to take a slow walk now, okay?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of fun.
Take a movie.
Oh, yes. How you doing? Look at all the fun things to play with here.
Now we're all coming.
Yes, sirree. Oh, looks like lots of fun. What's your favorite toys today? Huh? Anybody have a favorite toy around? Big Bernie or telephones?
What are the
Yeah.
telephones?
Wow.
Our clock.
Yeah.
What are the clocks?
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Daniel.
Wow. That is great.
Now we're going to go back to
Oh, okay. Yes, it is. Yep.
No, oh, we need to share. Remember, we need to share. You want one too? Where'd the other one go? Here it is. Here you go, Krista.
Well, thank you very much, kids, for being a part of the movie. You have a good day. Bye-bye. Thank you much. Karen is in charge of the 7th and 8th grade class.
God helps us to be very, very special people. So I want to turn the pages this morning, and instead of giving a carnation to us, I will give a carnation to each one of you. So it will help you remember the specialness of God and the very, very
Today we renew our commitment to live in this covenant, and we draw together a wider community of believers, including those who bore witness to our baptism. As faithful women and men have done through the years, we celebrate the gift of life, the inclusion of all within the plans of God's love. The sacrament of baptism symbolizes the love by which God reaches out to us when we are young. We are here today to declare that God loves Darby, Rory, and to offer ourselves as instruments of that love in their lives. Shauna and Larry, because of God's love shown to us in Jesus Christ, and life and celebration His love brings, you wish the glory and Darby to be baptized into the life and faith of His church. You see God's love in helping Him to continue to grow the body, mind, soul, and spirit. You bring Darby and Rory here today as a sign of your acceptance and the trust with which you have been blessed with their lives. Barry and Shauna, I ask you to affirm your acceptance of your responsibility with Rory and Darby, to live before their lives and present the gospel, to reflect the love of God, that Darby and Rory may grow in the nurture and love of God. You will accept your responsibility and say no. Sharon, Ed, Gloria, and John, you stand here this day as godparents of Darby and Rory, and I ask you if you accept your responsibility to live lives that give evidence of the love of God, and if you will also accept your responsibility to support Sean and Barry in the fulfillment of their lives. If you will so do, say no.
Methodist Choir. Thank you for coming, Linda.
You're welcome.
What made you desire to become the director of the United Main Street Choir?
Well, we were new to the community of Nashua, and I had visited with my family a couple of times and seen the choir and just felt the warmth and friendliness of the church. And I was amazed when the job came open. I applied, and here I am.
Great. Now, what satisfies you most about being the director?
I think there are several things, but probably the biggest thing is to see people grow in their musical abilities and also in their faith journey, you know, to kind of be here with people working through it, and also the children.
Action.
Have you seen a growth in the number of choir members?
Well, I think, as you know, when I first came, we had the one adult choir, and it was strong, very good number, so I was very encouraged. But in the last year, we added a second adult choir, which increased the amount of people who participated in our cantatas and our larger programs. And we started the children's choir, I guess, about 3 or 4 years ago now, and this past year it doubled. So it's sort of a sign on the wall that we need to grow even more. But yeah, so I really have seen a nice growth pattern.
And are we going to be fortunate enough to have you as the choir director for in the future?
I think so. I'm here to stay. I'm walking with people now and knowing people and feel very much at home.
Great. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And action.
Hi, this is Laura Stafford, the Assistant Junior Choir Director. Thanks for coming, Laura.
You're welcome.
Do you enjoy your job as much as the kids enjoy coming and singing?
No, I think I might enjoy it a little bit more. It's such a blessing because the kids, I get to watch them grow and blossom. And I also have like 24 little friends that share with me stories about their week and give me little hugs at church. It's awesome.
Super. And how long have you been helping with the choir?
About 3 years.
And action.
What age group can participate in the junior choir?
And it's by their grades in school. It's 1st through 6th grade.
Okay, and what would you say the kids get most out of participating in the junior choir?
Well, I hope that they go away with an appreciation for music and for singing and just a love for singing, because you can sing anytime in your life, whether you're happy or sad. And I also hope that they realize that singing is another form of worship, another way of praising God. And Mrs. Aquino is always really good about telling the kids, not only teaching them the words and the notes, but also telling them the meaning behind the words. And so they grow to understand a little bit, have a little bit closer walk with God.
Great. Thanks a lot, Laura.
You're welcome.
Cut.
There's a little wheel, little wheel, little wheel, turning. There's a little wheel, turning in my heart. There's a little wheel, little wheel, turning. 'Cause the Spirit of the Lord is in my heart. There's a life from the Spirit, I'll never let it go. There's a life from the Spirit, I need to let it show. There's a life from the Spirit, I want it, turning. There's the Spirit of the Lord is in my heart. Every time I feel the Spirit moving within my heart. There's a little song, little song, little song that's singing. There's a little song, singing in my heart. There's a little song, little song, little song that's singing. 'Cause the Spirit of the Lord is in my heart. There's a little song, little song, little song that's singing. There's a little song, singing in my heart. There's a little song, little song that's singing. 'Cause the Spirit of the Lord is in my heart. There's a light from the Spirit, I know that He's saying. There's a light from the Spirit, singing in my heart. There's a light from the Spirit, I know that He's saying. There's the Spirit is singing in my heart. Every time I read to you in my heart, I sing with praise. There's a little wheel turning, there's a little song singing. I can feel the Spirit moving in my
Wesley building. Let's see what some Sunday school classes are doing today.
Okay, let's follow you up then. Thank you.
Right. Corner, this way.
Stay right here. Good. Go ahead, we want you in the movie. Great.
This way.
And what class do we have here today?
The adult awesome Sunday school class.
Okay. This class
Miracles of Jesus.
is the Miracles of Jesus is
And
taught
today we're
by.
studying Luke 7:36 through 50, the woman with the ointment. And it's a woman whose life was turned around, and we'll be asking her to help us look deep within ourselves. We're going to start by joining centering with Walter Wink on the tape. Then we'll be reading the text. We're going to be discussing Simon and the woman, and then we're going to end by writing a dialogue again today between the woman that's in ourselves, meaning this kind of identifying with this woman, and then being able to write a conversation with her and ourselves. So let's go ahead and start the tape. Anybody want to bring up anything that, closure from any of the other classes that we've done up till now, or anything before we get started?
Nancy said last week that you're probably going to have a summary or a recap next week where we can talk about...
Not next 2 weeks, because next week is the is Memorial Weekend. Then we have Bishop Sunday. And then our 6th in the series is the 7th. And then we thought we would do a 14th where it's...
And Mr. Bill Hebel. Good morning, Bill. How are you today?
Pretty good, John.
And what is your position with the church, sir?
In this position, I'm the church school superintendent. Basically, I do the mechanical things, make sure that the building is open Sunday mornings and is locked up at the end of the day, provide any support that some of the teachers may need in terms of things like pencils or paper or other items like that. Make sure the heat is on and make sure that the place is fairly comfortable for the students so that they want to keep coming back.
Well, that sounds like a lot of work. I'm sure we're all happy to have you in the church, and thank you much for your interview today.
Okay. We shouldn't forget about some of the other leadership that we have in the church school, particularly Edie Darling. Edie provides the real vision and leadership for this church school operation.
And what's her title, Bill?
Superintendent. Church school superintendent.
Okay. All right. Bill is actually the church school superintendent. And what is Edie's exact title?
She is the Christian education person.
Director of Christian
Director of
Education.
Christian Education.
Ah, that sounds smoother. Great.
I should say that, yeah.
That's all right.
He is the Director of Christian Education.
Very good.
And she's the one who provides the leadership, training, making sure that the teachers feel comfortable with what they're doing. She also fills in, like for instance today, one of the teachers is out, so she is taking over that position.
Could we take a peek at her filling in, Bill?
Sure, we can give that a try up on the second floor.
Well, let's do that now. Thank you, Bill.
Okay. Okay, this week the 3rd and 4th grade, which is our largest class, one of our teachers is out, I believe on a vacation, and this week Edie Darling is filling in for her, along with the second teacher that we have for the 3rd and 4th grade, which is Cal Labor. And so they're quite busy at the moment, I'm sorry.
Can we take a peek and see just how busy they are?
Okay, let's see what happens when we open the door, and hope that they keep busy.
Okay. Thank you again, Bill. We're looking forward to it. Mrs. Edie Darling.
Yes.
How are you today? Good. Mrs. Labor. Yes. How are you folks doing? Hi. Good. The 3rd, 4th grade class. Never know who's going to be teaching it.
At least I know. No, third, fourth. Don't my picture. I hate you.
This is Edie Darling, Director of Christian Education for the Main Street Methodist Church. We're all very proud of you.
Your family, what generation are you here at church now?
I would say that I'm at least a third generation. I can recall. Third generation. My grandparents were here many years, and then my parents were married here in the church. And then, of course, I've been here. Much of my family is not here, so there are three generations.
What has been maybe the biggest change that during your generation that you've seen happen here at Main Street?
Well, of course, it's got, everything is programmed a little more these days than it was back 30 or 40 years ago, where there was a Sunday school where the kids were dropped off, but basically it was not nearly as active. They had Wednesday night prayer meeting, and they had Sunday morning service, and they had Sunday school, and that at least when I was at that age, she knew what was going on. Maybe because I'm more aware of what's going on now, I'm sort changing what really happened back then, but I'm not so sure.
What do you enjoy about being part of Main Street United Methodist Church now in 1998?
Well, of course, it's the people, and it's seeing the vitality of the church and its growth.
Thank you, Phil.
Okay, so
let's go to the No, you want to say something else?
A nice day for church with Bishop Susan Hassinger preaching today. Our bishop. Coming to watch Bishop Susan Hassinger preach, our bishop at the Main Street Methodist Church, Nashua. Welcome. Good morning. Could we follow you into the church pews this morning? Thank you.
Morning, doctor.
Get out of here, buddy.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, I sure do. And write it real big. Write your name real big. Just like I forgot my bag. You gonna be here for a while? Oh, we have nice weather.
Well, any preference today, folks? Probably, yeah, there you go. Okay. Thank you.
That's right. You're all part of church, aren't you? Yeah. Your church, aren't you? You're all here. Your church, Edie. Director of Christian Education. Part of our church. You're the church. Yeah. Hey, we got... Here's Jane Patterson. Stand up, Jane. She's the church, isn't she? Yeah.
And then Klaus, that guy sitting over there, the district superintendent, he's church too.
Is that who I wonder who he was?
Yeah.
He represented part of He's part of the church.
Come on, Chuck, stand up.
That's church too, isn't it?
And Jim and David Smile, they're sitting around here somewhere. They're church school teachers. They're part of the church.
It's church. When we say church, that's part of church, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of you know Kyle, right? Yeah. Hey. Glenda, Queen on the fire right there.
Come on, Glenda.
How about that? Hey, church is growing here. Great.
There must be some trustees around here somewhere, too.
Here are any trustees in this church?
Well, come on.
Yeah, good, right. Yeah. Hey, you know, church is growing. And you look around here, there's a lot of ministry going on, folks. An awful lot of ministry. Where's that Phyllis out? Speaking of a lot of ministry, and a lot of people work with her missions. Not only Habitat for Humanity, but all the other stuff we do. See, that's pretty good.
And Hazel Winkle must be here somewhere. Come on, Hazel.
There she is, our financial secretary. How about that? Hey, this church is pretty big, huh? All these people. Isn't it amazing what we do together? And then if you look at Reverend Cloudstare Ed, he represents the church a little bigger in all southern New Hampshire. All sorts of United Methodist churches. That's the church too, Kyle. And do you know the church is even bigger than that? No. Yeah. We're part of the New England United Methodist Conference, annual conference. And then we're part of the bigger church that goes beyond that. And we even have someone who has something special with her, a shepherd's crook. You see that, guys? That's a shepherd's crook.
See it?
That's the right talk to on supposed on stage. That's the symbol of the shepherd, of the one who cares for people. We're all the church here. All of us. We could have everyone in this place stand up, every last one of you, because we're the church.
Yeah. And we have another special person in the back, and I need to ask him to help. Wes, I got 40 coming down. I need another table and 10 more chairs.
The fellow in the red shirt is part of the church, definitely. But we are the church together. Through Bishop Passenger, we're connected with people throughout the world. And it's wonderful to be part of that connection, isn't it? All over the place. And so I hope you'll remember today the church is not a building, it's not a steeple. The church is the people, that's you and me together. So let's go all together and be the church.
Now wait for me in the back nicely, because Wes isn't there to help.
leisure clothing, okay. Good job singing today, girl. Okay, they're gonna have the wet balloons now. Yeah? Okay. Finally made the movie, yeah? Good. Good. How are the hamburgers? Good.
Who was I after? What came out?
You're gonna cheat on me.
I'm not gonna do it. Look good. Oh, I made him over here. Over here. Yeah.
Hey.
I know there's two more people. I always remember her. Yeah. People don't want to talk after carrying chickens, so consider yourself fortunate. You did the right thing. There's two more days.
And then time with the kids. Typically on the nights that I don't have to be able to watch them.
Pastor Dave's interview, take one.
Lamb Chop and I are here today to interview Pastor Dave. Lamb Chop has 3 questions for Reverend David Spencer, who will soon be moving to the Central Maine District. Pastor Dave, why is it people get upset when a pastor leaves?
I think whenever there's change, people get upset. This is part of life. It's upsetting for Linda and I to move on. It's upsetting because everyone knows sort of where things are. They know who the pastor is. They think it's somewhat predictable. They know what he or she will do on a Sunday morning, or they think they know what he'll do. And things are sort of in place. And when change comes, everything is threatened, and that's hard. And that's true not only when a pastor moves, but in the life of the church generally. We like things, much as we say we like change, quite often we like things the way they are in the church, and when change starts to occur, we get upset because it's no longer predictable, and sometimes that keeps us from mission as a church because we're afraid of the change that may be happening, whether it's a new pastor or a new program that's going on in our church. I think change is always upsetting to us because it disturbs the way things are. We want them to be the same always.
We'd like to know what have been your favorite things about serving here at Main Street.
My favorite things at Main Street has been so many because, one of them, of course, has been Lamb Chop. Lamb Chop is such a special person here. But the people is really what has been the most special about this church. We are blessed at Main Street with a wonderful group of people who truly work for the good of the church. They're not out for their own agendas, to do their own things. They're out to make the church more effective in ministry and mission. When we talk to people about why they're here, they say because of the people. Whether it's Louise Thompson greeting people, or yourself with the Christian education program, or Glenda with the choir and all the members there in the music program, it's the people that make this such a special place. It's a wonderful building, a beautiful sanctuary, but the people make the difference.
What is your vision for the future of Main Street? Pastor Dave, what is your vision for the future of Main Street?
My answer to that question begins with history. About 30 years ago, this church voted very intentionally to stay downtown, right where we are here. It was an intentional decision that the ministry of the church was to this whole city and to the downtown area of this city. And I vision that our ministry in this downtown area growing. Being a citywide church is what we are, an area-wide church, not just a citywide church, and our ministry becoming more effective within the community around us. This would involve us in quite a few different things, I think, reaching out to some of the youth around here, some who are experiencing difficulties as they grow up. I would see us perhaps being involved in some form of ministry to the Hispanic community. There's a Brazilian community around us. And all these people need to be reached and touched with the love of Christ and the message of God's love in Christ. And so I see our vision, my vision for the future of this church is a continuing to grow congregation, expanding Christian education program that more and more touches the people around us with God's love.
Is that your final answer?
That's okay.
Thank you very much, Pastor Dave and Pam, and we wish you the best luck in your future.
Fine.
I would like to introduce Pam Brenizer for Main Street United Methodist Church. She's the Director of Christian Education. I understand you had a chance to be a tutor at a public elementary school in Hudson. Why did you pick Main Street United Methodist Church for your employment?
Well, it's true. I did have a job offer at the same time that this position opened up. And I worked with Edie for a lot of years as a volunteer, and I loved the church, and I enjoyed working with Edie, and always thought that her job had sounded interesting. It happened to be an opportune time for me to get back into the workforce after being home for 13 years with children. And I really felt almost called to this position. It was, I felt a chance to continue on with Edie's philosophy of education, but yet try out a few new things. And it's really enjoyable.
What is your ultimate goal for Christian education here at Main Street United Methodist Church?
Well, each year we're trying to add more and more opportunities for youth to be involved in all the aspects of the church. And I would like to see us get to the point where our second service, worship service, is the biggest service, because all the adults are attending adult church school classes on Sunday mornings. We're trying to add more and more all the time and finding new ways to make the classes interesting as, you know, the world is changing and technology is coming in, and children's and adults' interests change right along with them. So we have to continually change how we offer programs here. So just increased involvement on the part of all age groups, from toddlers, even the nursery, on up through senior citizens is what I would like to see here at Main Street.
Thank you.
Hi, I am the cameraman, John Davis, in case you were wondering who filmed this. I hope you enjoyed the movie about your church. We'll see you Sunday. Thank you.